I want my homeboy to blow up. We gonna blow his shit up instead of this nigga shit. We ain't gonna.
Been on track since way back. This is like a battle of yellow and red. Hey, orange is the new black still. I gotta work. Most of y'all on your Pokemon Go. Here comes the purge at the hands of your phone. Just a spectator with a radio show. Pop.
So, hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. You're tuning in to No Holds Barred with Jab podcast. We got special guests today. Thanks, Kill Switch. We're here at Kill Switch Media, and we got a wonderful guest here, a couple guests here alongside with me. And so I'd like to first introduce Flossie. She is going to be our first guest of the podcast. So it's really, truly a celebration right now. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for being here. And hope this is just going to be fun. Today, we're just going to have some interview sessions. So it's a beautiful day out. What do you say?
Yes, I love it. It's the best day ever. Spring looks like it's around the corner.
Yes. Flossie, where are you from? You have a distinct dialect.
Well, I like to say the old country. I'm from Kenya.
Nice.
And that's all the way back in Africa, all the way raised in the village.
Raised where?
Raised in a village.
Wow. And what's the population like when you were growing up?
I'm going to tell you, I really don't know the numbers, but we are kind of tight because Kenya is a tiny little country. I compare it to the size of Texas.
Okay. And, we're right now we're got some cutting in. And is that filled with so many families?
Yes, we have families. I'm like my family. We were 9. We lost my oldest brother. Never met him, obviously, because I'm the youngest. But we were 9. So usually the families are large.
Wow. I'm a family person. I wonder what it would be like to have a large family like that in one household. I would actually want it to be larger. I've always gravitated towards my family all my life, so I've wanted to have like a huge, piece of property or land with family. So I can kind of picture. You probably did you love that?
Yes, I do because yes, families and land. You don't have land in Africa, in Kenya. You're a poor man because land is what determines, and then how many kids you have. So that's like a big thing. And like other places, like right here in the United States, you have your properties like house, your real estate. But farm, you have so much farm and kids, then everybody's talking about you.
Yeah. Is it a big adjustment coming over to United States from Kenya?
Absolutely. I call that it was a culture shock for me. I actually call it culture shock and food shock together.
Yes.
Yes.
What has been, and we don't have to talk about this, but what has been frustrating for me is when there has been kind of a divide between melanated people over here and the melanated people coming over from Africa. There's been a frustrating for me a divide to see that, and my granddad speaks of that when he was in the Air Force. It was even like that when our soldiers would go over there. There just was a divide, and he didn't really understand why there would be a divide when we're both the same, but we're very, very different. We grow up different. We're educated different, and I think that's actually where the divide is at. But we don't have to get into that, but that's something that if you wanted to speak on.
Well, are you talking about the divide between the Africans when they come over into the United States?
And Africans and then African Americans.
Yes. Not getting into it, yes.
Yeah.
It is. It's there. It took a little bit of time for me to get like the hang of it and get acclimated with it, but I did see some of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So then when you tell me about like the farmland, the farm family life in Kenya, it really, that's what we're missing in America, you know?
Yes.
And you don't have to say anything
yes,
about
you
it
are.
either if you don't
Yes,
want to,
you
you
are.
know? But,
Yeah.
what are some of your main interests?
Whoa. How about I just say I love people? My daughter will attest to that. I'm just a people person. It just warms my heart. My heart smiles when people would just when I see I'm doing good things to the people, when I give to the people, when I give time, when I give ideas, when I give, just listen. Anything that I do, I love people. I love community. That makes my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned your daughter, and real fast, I remember you said something about her being a show host. What is the name of her show? What does she do?
Oh, my daughter has a podcast. She called it Sister Struggles, and she talks about how the sisters they struggle. And I can't get much into it, so she can do it herself. But she does a great job, and I love the direction that she goes with that.
Yeah, awesome. We'll have to try to get her on here sometime.
Yes, and she's pretty authentic.
I believe it. So what do you want? Flossie? What do you want the people? What do you want to be known for?
Wow, that's huge.
Let me re-ask the question because the microphone was cutting out. Flossie, what do you want to be known for?
I want to say that's huge because I just want to be known for loving people and giving people the empowerment. I want to empower the community so they can live a simple, healthier lifestyle. Why? I have a whole story behind all that. And that is something that makes me so happy if I can just help one person to help the other one to get healthier and to see how the world is becoming as far as getting healthier and all the many diseases that we have. So that's actually a mission for me. I call it a mission of passion.
Yes, that's a good one too. You speak of so many things just now. What inspires you? What motivates you?
Again, it's what inspires me is to see people get better. I am a health fanatic. Reason because I had a disease that I was able to reverse, and we can get into that. So that inspired me, and that made me believe that it's possible. And so that just to see people get healthier and do healthier things and change of what they do in life, like lifestyle, mindset, diet, all that together just inspires me.
Flossie, do you have any shout outs?
Hello, I got a bunch. How about my daughter, Joanna Jama? She's my heart.
Right on.
You ain't gonna believe this, but Frank is a dog. He's my favorite. He's my favorite. He warms my heart. He calms me down. I call him grandma's boyfriend. But so yes, I hang out with him when he's home with me. Yes, he is. Those two, they make my day. Okay. Everything I do, I just work with them in mind. I plan around them. My family's small right here in the United States, so that's what I really, really focus on.
Yeah. Well, you got family here. You know, you do have family here. You just don't know it yet. That's fine. It takes time to know people, you know? So when you talk about a simpler, healthier life, is that something that people should really research and look into, or is it something that should come naturally? How would somebody live a simpler, healthier life if you were to give a way to start?
This is what I look at. This is what I put it this way. Think about, what do you want for you instead of wanting for the people? Think about putting yourself first, your health. What makes you happy? What gives you joy? Is it so much money? Is it so much property? Is it your health? What comes first? So for me, when I talk about a simple, healthier lifestyle, I think about your lifestyle that every day you wake up, you get out of bed, your lifestyle is all together. Like you're thinking, I get up, maybe I sing, I pray, I work out, I eat a healthy breakfast. So it's all a lifestyle. Whatever you do, whatever book you read, all together is a lifestyle. So, but how can you simplify it so it's not so overwhelming? For example, I'll give an example, like not to bash on meal planning, but people do like meal prep, and you're doing a meal prep all Saturday. That to me is exhausting. So I look at it. Why don't you just make your meal prep every single time and keep it healthy and make a lot? So you simplify your life and you gain your time, your time back. So you're not getting so overwhelmed. And then as you do that and you put it into every day, you're doing the same thing, little stuff. And I also look at the size, little movements and little choices that they compound in something really, really big. And so a little bit at a time becomes a lifestyle. So it's become the habit. So when I say simple, I'm just like, make what you do on a daily basis to be simple, to where the next day you do the same thing. You don't have to think about it because it's part of you. And so it becomes so much fun. So you're living it every day. You're not like living by the book. I got to follow this and I got to follow this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You're
I don't know if I explained it.
eating it, sleeping it, dreaming it, drinking
dancing it. How about that?
Everything. Yes. Yeah. Because I learned that, if I wanted to do something professionally, you have to live it.
Yeah.
And the hardest part about a simple, healthier life that I've looked for, because before I met you, I wanted to find simplicity and I wanted to be healthy, and scheduling is the hardest part of that. How would you, how would you suggest someone go about better scheduling for a simpler or healthier life?
Oh, that's easy, because you got to know what gives you joy. We're back to that. What gives you joy? You prioritize. So if it's something that's really taking my time and I don't really care for it much, it's not really adding and filling up my cup, I'm not going to put time into it. So I won't schedule that at all. So I know, and putting boundaries. This is the boundaries that this person, they're really not making my day. Why should they be on my schedule? Why should they be on my calendar? They're just taking space and time. And time is extremely valuable. Yeah. So that's how I go about it.
Yep. Do you have any local businesses that you'd like to shout out that you work with, or is there anyone that you partner with, or any events that you got coming up?
Well, what I could say is I will say I have a few, I call them my bees in my hive, that we're always working together. We may not even be together the same time, but we're looking and checking to each other and giving each other ideas and supporting each other. So I have my bestie, yeah. Dr. Janetta Stoma. She knows herself. She is one amazing person that we work together. She has a nonprofit. She's a nurse practitioner. She's always giving back to the community. We do our community stuff together. We did one last year for St. Patrick's homeless shelter, and we brought them food and we brought them Flossie's turmeric tea. And so she's one of those people that is always in my life. I have another one, my girlfriend, Lucy Washiri. She knows I call her my Tesla girl, because she always tells me, Flossie, stay in line, that you do that one thing. You got a lot of things you do, because I do so many things, but stay with that one thing that is giving back, and just be known for that one thing. Then I have my other girlfriend, Lauren Tripp. She knows too that she's always in my life, that she calls me the other mom, but she gives me ideas. She's always pushing me, and she's grown in her own business as well, and we work together. And those are some of my closest people, and obviously my daughter, Joanna Jam.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And Frank.
And Frank. Oh, can't forget Frank.
We're gonna mention Frank every time we give a shout out. Frank.
Yeah.
So what are some things that you brought over with you from Kenya? What are some of the main things that you brought over? Like
physical stuff?
Anything. It could be physical. It could be one physical, two.
I I have physical stuff. I got a lot of those. I just remember that I have fabric. We got great Kenyan fabric. I got some of this around my house.
Okay.
Really good fabric. My ingredients, one of the ingredients for my Flossie's turmeric tea hibiscus comes direct and straight from Kenya.
Nice.
Yes, I like to know the source of my food, so that's one thing.
That's right.
Let's see, it's quite.
You know, I graduated culinary school, and so you're absolutely right. You want to know your source.
Yes.
That's awesome. Did you bring any other ingredients over from Kenya? Or are these all kind of native ingredients of Kenya?
Yes. I actually get periodically. I get my herbs from Kenya.
Okay.
I do a lot of herbs because I do a lot of juicing and smoothies, and like I said, I want to know the source. So I get my herbs. I get my moringa. I get my lemongrass. I get my sea moss,
Right.
which I make from scratch, by the way.
Right.
So all those come
Nice.
from Kenya. I get, I said hibiscus. I got quite a few. Yes,
Cool.
yes. Always, because I don't want to know what we have around. I'm not saying there's no good stuff, but I have found quite a few knockoffs, and I don't want to put anything like that in my body.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes complete sense. You want to have a simple, healthier life, you should go with the simple ingredients, not the knockoffs.
Yeah.
So I heard you mention it a couple times. It's called Flossie's Turmeric Tea. Flossie's Turmeric Tea. Sounds interesting. What does that mean?
Flossie's turmeric tea is one of my many remedies. This is a remedy or a tea that came about when in 2015 I was working so hard. I was just trying to make ends meet, going to school, going to nursing school, working. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I am a student. I am working. And so I kind of put my health in the back burner, kind of to say, because I worked so many hours, very little sleep, which is actually sleep is so important, as we know. And so I ended up I didn't rest much. I didn't eat really well. And so I ended up being diagnosed with autoimmune disease. And so that autoimmune disease, sarcoidosis, when I was diagnosed, this is when, after so many specialists and after the doctor gave me the list of the medication, the treatment I was going to get, which included medications that I have to get my liver checks like every month. And I'm a nurse, by the way. I'm a nurse 30 years. So I do know how those labs look like. And I did opt to go and get a second opinion, which I actually did. But in the process of getting my second opinion, I started to do research, and nothing that I planned. But with this research, it's kind of an antenna went up like suddenly. And I was like, oh, how about I do what my mother used to do? Because, like I said, I'm raised in a village and we did everything very simple, and we were extremely poor at the same time. And what she used to do was concoct little things here and there, herbs, stuff like that. And she'd be like, you drink that, you got a bellyache? Okay, you drink that. And I said, oh, I could probably go back to the village and do that. But I can't go to the village. I'm in the United States. I'm going to the village. So with that research, as I was learning so much, and this idea came back to me, and I decided, okay, maybe I could find a place that can mirror a village. And I did look for that place, and I found the Amish village. Well, they are not my village, but it kind of gave me that little vibe, because they grow the food the way we grow the food. You know, I was raised farming, my own hands, since like I was 6 or 7. So when I found this village, I ended up finding a family, and this family that took me in I would go in there and it would really feel like I'm home. I take my shoes off, I'll get into the garden, go there and pull out the beets, I'll pick the kale, and it started to warm my heart, and I'll go juicing stuff and produce that I know where it's coming from. And with that and so many other herbs and spices that I'm getting from Kenya, I started to put them together. But this is what I decided. Either I'm going to make myself a guinea pig. That's what I did. I'm going, it's either the remedies will kill me that I'm putting together or the disease is going to kill me. It's got to be either or. But
Wow.
I guess kill me because I'm here. But so one of those remedies is the tea. And Flossie's turmeric tea was born from that too, because as I'm trying all these remedies, I'm feeling better. My labs are coming better because I was getting blood work in the beginning, like once or twice a week, then once a week, then bi-weekly. And I could tell because I know how to read my labs, and I felt better. My body was feeling better. And so that's how I knew something was definitely working. And so Flossie's turmeric tea is one of those remedies. I started giving them to my girlfriends, a few of those that I mentioned, my daughter, my other friends, and they would say, okay, this stuff is helping us. And as it was making them feel better, they'll be like, when they come to my house, you got the tea, you got this, you get the moringa, you got the sea moss. And so it's like they're not going to come to my house if they don't get the tea or whatever it is. And so one of my friends, actually two of them, they said, you know what? You've been giving us this stuff for so long, and it's making us feel better. Our bodies feel better. One of them had a recent surgery, and she's like, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm healing faster. Let's sell this stuff. Sell this, give it to the people and sell this stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not what I want to do. And so that's how it came about. She decided we take the pictures, we're drinking the tea in my house, put it in there, put it on Facebook, which was I had just joined Facebook. That was in 2020. And she put it on Facebook, 21, I think. She put it on Facebook, and that was it. That's all she wrote. So that's how Flossie's turmeric tea was born. Mason jars and all. Didn't know where to put it, who to sell it to, whatever. And that's how it came about.
Wow.
Long story, but that's how it is.
No, it's actually probably longer. And we need to have you here again and again and again. You sound like you sound like you are one of our local health chefs. That's what you sound like. Where you could help raise this village. Are you always local, or are you nationwide? I mean, you probably are international by now.
Wow. Well, thank you for that, by the way. That's humbling. It's really humbling. I appreciate
Internationally
that.
known.
Oh my God, I don't know about that.
Internationally
I don't know about
known.
that.
So, I mean, it's amazing to hear how much information you have, and that's why I say you're gonna have to be a return guest to the podcast, to the studio here, and whatever we can do to help to put your message out there, because wanting people to have a simpler and healthier life is exactly what I want for people. I think that that's what people need, our human race need. I don't even like to call them people, because I feel like that's degrading to what we truly are, spiritual living beings. So I have some turmeric tea, a bottle of turmeric tea. I would like to, let me have that one. That's the first original one. This right here, folks. Turmeric tea, right here. You zoom on that? Should I lift it up somewhere else? And then we come in with another flavor of turmeric tea. Flossie's turmeric tea.
Well, can she explain the difference in between the two teas for us?
Yes. What's the difference between the orange and the green caps?
Absolutely. So,
is there any significance to the orange and green?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the original, which is the orange cap, we call it the original or the regular because that's what I started with. It's all 5 ingredients that are in there, which include turmeric. Turmeric is your golden spice. It is your king of spices. I compare that to the kale, which is the queen of produce. That's it. It's the yellow golden spice.
And
The next one has all those 5 ingredients, but on top of that, it has fresh mint. So you have more nutrients in it, just a little bit, because the mint gives it what we call antibacterial properties. But in all, they do the same thing. Because once you have turmeric in there, because it's a golden spice, you're good to go. So you have, in the orange cap, you have 5 spices or 5 ingredients, which includes the 100% raw honey. And then the other one, you have 6 because we've added the mint. And then we have the third one, which we don't have today, which is our bestseller. It's called the hibiscus turmeric tea with hibiscus flavor. And the hibiscus is ground fresh all the way from Kenya. And that's a red cap. Now, Simple Life Healthier You my logo has 3 colors. It's got orange, green, and red. The red is representing the heart. We're talking about your healthier you. So those 3, then I have the 3 colors and the 3 flavors are the same 3 colors. So that's my logo, that's my colors, and they all represent your health. So we are complete.
Flossie's turmeric tea. Flossie's turmeric tea. Orange, green, red. Isn't that something?
Oops! Look at that.
I'm like,
my goodness.
what? I'm like, what?
and this was not planned.
It was not planned. I've had some of Flossie's turmeric tea.
Goodness.
It is very delicious, cold or warm. How do you suggest it be, or when do you suggest people try it? I've studied in turmeric last year, right before I met you, ironically. And the anti-inflammatory properties was mainly, I think, is it oxidization as well? Maybe. I can't remember what I wrote down, but I went kind of crazy last year on really trying to change my life over with my diet and exercise and things. So turmeric was one of those things, and so now I use it on like my burgers, turkey and chicken burgers, and soups or anything, spaghetti, even in smoothies. Your turmeric tea, Flossie, is very tasty. So you're doing something right with it just there alone, because it does taste good. Now, when somebody like me wants to get their health, in check, then turmeric can help with fighting bacteria or viruses, because I had taken it in the past when I had a cold or a respiratory little thing, and they say, take, the turmeric amongst a couple other things with that. And so, but to have something that's in liquid form and it tastes good, and actually using the powder or the spice in food, it's not that bad actually either. But Flossie's turmeric tea tastes so good. It tastes so good. So how do you suggest people use it? How often, and how often did you use it?
Yeah. Okay. So for starters, we know how your cells work. When you have, just like when you juice, anything liquid goes direct into your cells. Okay. We have to think of how it's all synthesized in your body, how the kidneys go about it, how the liver goes about it. So when it's liquid, it goes direct into your cells, which works faster. So you can drink. It's actually on the label, the directions, instructions how to drink is you may drink it cold, but for best results, heat it up an hour before bed. Drink it like a hot cup of tea. Why? Because even when you eat your lunch, you don't want to drink ice cold water, because we have something called peristalsis. It's how your food digests. We have a scientist over there, she'll tell you. But yes, so you want to drink room temperature or warm water after you eat. So the same thing with the tea. When you drink it hot, it is easier to go through your cells to help your body rest, relax. And we also need to remember your body heals when you sleep. That's why sleep is so important. Just like my parent, I remember they used to say, go to sleep and you get taller when you sleep. We shed skin cells when you sleep. All that happens when we sleep. Cells degenerate when we sleep. So you have the hot cup of tea, you drink it an hour before bed and it starts to work. So it's helping with you relax. So you sleep and the next day you wake up, either the ailment is much better or you've got added energy or the inflammation is down or whatever it may be, your immune system is boosted and you'll start noticing that. And even if you don't notice anything right away off the bat, check your previous labs and your labs after you take the tea for about not even a week. I got all those testimonials to show for that. If it's rheumatoid arthritis, I have testimonials that people write. I don't tell you any testimonial that people don't tell me, because my turmeric tea family are the ones who tell you, this is what happened when I drank Flossie's turmeric tea. They tell me on video, they text me, or they call me, or they put it on Facebook or my website, because they're the ones who tell you their experience, because we are all different. We have different DNA.
Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of differences, does this cross generational gaps? Does Flossie's turmeric tea, does it only reach one demographic, or who all could benefit from turmeric tea? How would the youth benefit from turmeric tea, or the younger generations?
Actually, I'll say I have my youngest turmeric tea family is 4 years old.
Wow.
And yes, and I do have a testimonial for that. Yeah, it helps the kids. Well, the parents said that it helped him go to sleep, and it's also because we got to remember everybody has inflammation, despite the age, because that's a whole nother topic. Yeah, but we all have inflammation because inflammation is always the cause of any disease. We don't realize or think we have inflammation until we hurt, because when we hurt, that's when we call it disease. So even the little kids or even the athletic youth, they're out there, the knees are inflamed, and they've been inflamed for a little bit until when they fall and then now they hurt. Then they say, okay, I hurt. So it will help the youth a lot. It helps anybody and everybody, because at the same time it's helping that curcumin, which is inside the turmeric, which is the ingredient, the magic ingredient, is helping boost that immune system. And it just doesn't do just one thing. I have a little booklet that has broken down the ingredients and the benefits of what each ingredient benefit gives your body.
Nice. And that's what you actually handed me, the turmeric tea buzz.
Yes.
Right? The turmeric tea buzz. Let's get a picture of that, so we can. And I'll ask you one more question, then we'll take a little breather. You got it, Keenan? Boss. Okay, yes. Flossie, you mentioned videos and testimonials. Where can people find videos about you or others, whether it be where can they purchase or where can they research, what you got going on here with Flossie's turmeric tea?
Okay. So my website is simplelifehealthieryou.com. However, Flossie's turmeric tea is making a name. So I have combined my website. So I have Flossie'sTurmericTea.com, SimpleHealthieryou.com. Whichever you put in, you get me because they're connected. They come to one. So in my website, you will see what we call the mission or passion. That's some of the videos that I've had, including some that have been on channel 2. I have those. I have the links. I have the links of the podcasts I've been interviewed in. And then I have quite a few testimonials on my website because I can't put so many of them over there. Then my Facebook has a lot of them, but I also have tons of them in my group. I have a group called Simple Life Healthier You Family. Did I mention this was a family?
Yes. Say it one more time.
Yes. Simple Life Healthier You Family. So they right there, they send them to me. Some of them they text me, but I have them all over. And some of them I can't fit them because there's too many of them. So I'm coming up with something like an app. Somebody's telling me I can get an app where I can just put all my videos together. That's a work in progress. And then, so they don't have to be too many in my website. And I can just forward them to anybody that wants to take a look at them.
Awesome. I'm going to turn this around so we can get a still image of the QR codes if you want to do a close-up. Well, folks, we will be back momentarily with some more Flossie's turmeric tea.
You know, I want my homeboy to blow up. We gonna blow his shit up instead of this nigga shit. We ain't gonna know who, put it this way, we ain't gonna know who the best rapper in the world is because he getting hated on right now.
Damn. That's deep right there.
He getting hated on like a motherfucker. Ain't letting that nigga do shit.
Sweat suits from Gus's and a half on the beans. In my Benz I'll be rolling with the gangster lean. Air conditioner on with the windows wide open. You know I'm living from the fire I'm smoking. People party when they hear me in the club. Ladies in the hot tub, giving me a back rub. My fantasies all come true. Vocal gymnastics, verbal kung fu. Kick you with the death blow right to your chest. Roll free, getting left on the deck.
Here at Killswitch Media. What's up, everyone? You're tuning in to No Holds Barred with Jab podcast. And I got special guest Flossie, Flossie's Turmeric Tea. Real D South in the house.
Yeah, thank you.
And I want to thank our technical crew, our video crew. I'd like to thank Killswitch Media again and everybody else out there for listening, tuning in. It's a celebration today. We bring you what you need, whether you like it or not, here with No Holds Barred with Jab podcast. So, Flossie,
Yes.
thank you for being here.
I'm loving it.
It's always nice to sit around you. You are full of positive energy, vibes, and information and knowledge. And I have the opportunity to know so many brothers and sisters like you that I just want to continue to try to help get all of y'all's message out to hopefully, inspire more change in simpler and healthier lives, like you said. Where again can we find simpler, healthier life from Flossie?
Yes, you can go to my website, simplelifehealthyyou.com, or you can go to Flossie's turmerictea.com, or simply just Google Flossie's turmeric tea. It comes right up.
Awesome.
Yes.
Cool. So, how did you come up with the idea of turmeric tea?
Oh, the idea was actually what I said after my diagnosis, and I started doing research after going to get a second opinion. And I started researching and trying concoctions on myself because it got to me that either, like I said, either I'm going to die from the disease, because usually these autoimmune diseases, they don't have a cure. That's what they say. All they do is manage the flare-ups.
Mm.
And so, yeah, and as I know we're all gonna die, but as far as the diseases, they deteriorate and they just manage the flare-ups, then you're fine for a little bit, then you manage the flare-ups. And so I decided, let me try these remedies. I mean, it's either the disease kills me or the remedies. And so that's how the Flossie's Turmeric tea came about. It is one of my many, many remedies. And it turned out to be very helpful. I could tell the change in my body. So did my friends and family. And we're like, okay, let's put this out and give out to the community, which became Flossie's Turmeric Tea Family Community. And now it's a big thing for my people.
Yeah.
And it's helping a lot of people, which is giving me joy.
Yeah, that is awesome, for real. And you mentioned something earlier. So many people, we all go through it. You said that you put your health on the back burner. I've done that. We all do. And I think that is something that we ought to stop doing. We stop putting our health on the back burner today.
Yes, you got to love you first, because if you do not fill your cup first, you cannot fill up anybody else's cup. Unfortunately, we do the opposite. You know, you gotta have something to give the other person. So when I realized that, I flipped it. I flipped the script, and we need to do that. We think it's being selfish, but it's not being selfish. It's reality.
Yeah.
What are you gonna give somebody if your cup is empty? And so I would just ask my people out there, community, let's put our health first, because it's health before wealth. It's not wealth before health. It's gotta be health first.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. And it's a remedy. It's a remedy. And you say you have so many, so that means that as many remedies as you have, that's going to be how many times you come to the show.
Oh, Lordy.
It's going to be Flossie's remedies.
Okay.
Maybe we just make it a show. That'd be fun. Charles, or actually, I'm sorry, we'll scratch that. The South had some comments or questions.
Yeah, you asked one of my questions, like where you can find it at, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
But are you trying to plan to put it in stores as soon or no?
I would say yes to no, but yes being 98, but not being 98%. Why I say that? This, to me, is not a business. I've said it so many times to people, and now most of them coming to get it. It's not a business. It's only a business because I have to have an LLC. I have to follow the law. I got to follow the FDA guidelines. I got to have my license, my health department license, my trademark. That's what makes it a business. Okay? Because I'm taking care of people. They're ingesting the product, so I have to make sure it's protected. So I have to go by the book. However, this to me is a mission of passion. So putting my product in the stores, yes, it's going to be out there. It could happen, but that's why I said 98%, maybe not.
Crazy, man. It's too many
Now,
politics and shit.
maybe later. It is more of a product to sell, and I'm not combining with what I like to give more. What is that? I love to give love, support. When you buy my tea, you don't get my tea only. You get me. You get my hugs. You get my education. Because I've been a nurse 30 years. I am a patient. I got both sides because I have the experience and I have been able to reverse my disease naturally with the tea and other remedies. So I give you the knowledge that I have. I share it for free. I give you the empowerment and show you it's possible. I inspire you. And I even become your accountability person if you like. Because I don't want you to get started with something you're not going to finish. So when I put it in the stores, it's there on the shelf and you come, you go, it's just a beverage and you go on your way and that's it. There's more to that. So there's a whole connection. That's why the whole thing is called the mission of passion.
Gotcha.
Did I answer your question?
Thank you.
Lovely. Anything else, Mr. D. South?
I'm good for now.
D South, actually, you have your own station or website too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on another one.
Okay, all right, right on. And again, I want to thank our tech team, you guys, our video guys here, manning the cameras right now. Also, artists and business owners and brands themselves. Want to thank Killswitch Media. Shout out to Artists United and Dynasty Media. And I also, we're going to go into, before we wrap up here with Miss Flossie, we're going to go into the It's Time segment. And this is a time when I grab a few of the business cards of some people that I've, businesses and living spiritual beings, of people that I've met over the years. So it's time. Dun, 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 dun. All right. We're going to give a shout out to MAC Consulting Group, Melissa Coleman. It's time. And the Woke brand at the St. Louis Galleria. It's time. And Word Up. And while we speak on Word Up, we're going to give another shout out to Lyrical Therapy. So what's up? It's time. All right, now we are back. We are back, folks. We are back here at Killswitch Media with Flossie's Turmeric Tea. All right, so what do you got coming up?
Whoa, I just did a 3-day event, the Working Women Show. It's the 37th year of that show. It was huge.
37th?
Yes.
Wow.
It's a tradition for St. Louis. People came from far and wide.
Wow.
There were probably 4,000 booths. I had my booth with my team of 4 or 5 people every day. I had to cook the tea, the hibiscus especially. I had to cook some more. I thought I had enough. I had to cook some more on Saturday night. It was busy. I made a lot of connections. And my connections, I mean, just giving my empowerment and just giving my love of what I had to do. Then I was able to speak on the big stage on inflammation.
Oh, wow.
Inflammation is my jam.
Wow.
Because it's big. So I spoke that. I want to share that out. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. That was last weekend. So I'm still recovering as we speak.
Is that the first time at that event?
Yes, it was my first time. I actually didn't know what to expect, but I had a friend of mine who has been in the show, and she was helping me out. I called her my fearless leader. She helped me out, and then I had a team of 4 or 5 every day because all I did was talk and explain about the tea and how it came about in my book and my disease. And they were selling, and we were trying to get make the Flossie's Turmeric Tea family as big as we can get it.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. So I'm still recovering from that. And then now I'm back to tomorrow night, which goes into Monday TTM. And that's what I'm going into. But which is Turmeric Tea Monday, by the way.
What?
Turmeric Tea Monday.
What is that? Somebody actually sent me a video that you were on Channel 2, Fox 2, and you talked about Turmeric Tea Monday. So that's a loaded question. You got to tell us about Fox 2, and you got to tell us about TTM, Total Turmeric Tea Monday.
All right. This is it. TTM came about like this. When I put the tea out there after my friend said, let's put this product out there, and they put it on Facebook, and I didn't know how to go about it, how we're going to package it in Ziploc bags, in mason. I didn't have any idea. So once we put it out there, and I started doing mason jars from my kitchen, people started asking me when they would see it on Facebook, how do we get the tea? And it continued to where they would text me nonstop. So the first time they did come pick it up from my house, it was on Monday. So I didn't realize I kept saying, oh, let's do it next week. Then I would say, let's do it next week. Then I started saying, how about we do it next Monday? Let's do it next Monday. And before I knew it was always on Monday. So as I'm in my kitchen one time, I said, oh, turmeric, tea, Monday. So that's where TTM was born. So now I make my tea once a week on Monday. TTM. I cook it on Monday. It's delivered on Monday. It's picked up on Monday. It is shipped on Monday. I start at midnight. I used to start at 5 in the morning, Monday morning. But now I'm so busy. So I go to my commercial kitchen every Sunday at midnight. I cook all night. Here's the coolest part about the tea. I'm singing and dancing to that tea. It is, to me, so therapeutic. I'm in that kitchen. I may be listening to a whole book on Audible. I may be singing and dancing. But that's why I need an anthem for the kitchen.
So your vocal vibrations are
in my tea. I love it. So I give that tea love. Before it gets to you,
love it.
It's just, I'm giving it everything. So TTM. So at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I do a 30 or 40-second video. Call it Happy Turmeric Tea Monday. Happy TTM.
Right on.
So that's the thing. I don't miss it. I'm consistent. It's every Monday. So that's how TTM was born. So now I only cook the tea on Monday. I cook it in hundreds and I'm done for the week. But I'm beat because it's like a 14, 15-hour job. Yeah. And I'm solo. I'm one-man band.
Wow. Wow. Internationally known. So is that, can we see the TTM videos anywhere?
Absolutely. You go to my Facebook, they're there. You go into my website. My website is connected to my IG, Instagram. So they're there too. And they're not long, 30, 40 seconds every Monday morning.
So do you allow anyone to observe or tour your process or tour kitchen when you're doing that, or is that maybe in the future? Or?
I don't mind, but I've had one person come do it, Mr. Timmy Zell from Channel 2. He came up one Monday morning at 6:30. He found I had already started because I want the quiet time when I'm putting my recipe together. Yeah. I have 3 different flavors, so I got to focus. Okay. Right. And I like that quiet time. I've always been a nocturnal person. So after I get all that together, then I can have somebody come in. But he came in at 6:30 and he watched me do the bottling and that other process and all that. We had a great interview and that brought our numbers pretty big too. Awesome. And I'm proud to mention that he drinks our turmeric tea every Monday.
Congratulations on that too, by the way. That's an awesome success story. You know, I think a lot of folks here that want to get their product and brand out. So that's awesome that you were able to do that, and much more success on all that you're doing. I know that you love what you're doing and you love helping people. So I heard you mention a book. What's the book? Here I see I have Village Vibes here. Written by Flossie.
Okay. Village Vibes. That's my book that I wrote in 2020. I started that book in August and launched that book November 10th, 2020. Wrote that book in 10 weeks. This book tells the story a little bit about my background, so you can know a little bit about me, like a chapter or 2. Then it tells about a friend of mine that had cancer, and I helped her out with living a simple, healthier life. She actually wrote her chapter herself, one chapter. Then it tells about how I was diagnosed with my disease because I got into forgetting my body and my health. And then the research that I did, all the steps that I did, and how I was able to get it back and reverse it. But most importantly, it gives you a lot of information about what you could do and gives you awareness of the bad foods out there. The bad foods are what I call the GMO, the pesticides, the dirty dozen, the clean 15, the over 50 different names of sugars that we don't know because they give them these scientific names.
It's all out.
All those little things and what you can look for. I'm not telling you about how to read nutrition facts. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just a nurse. I'm just telling you the little things that everybody, going to school or not, you can tell this is good for you. So it empowers you and tells you how you want to know where your food is coming from 80% of the time, because you can't really tell 100%, but you don't have an idea. So we call it 80-20. So it tells you all that and just empowers you. And then you go out there and you start doing your own research. So it doesn't give you a solution, but it empowers you to know more what's going on. So we put it out on the market. It was self-published and put it out 10th of November 2020 on Amazon.com and Amazon.ca. The reason I put it on .ca was my coach is from Canada. So we did concurrent, and we woke up at 6 in the morning. For her was 2 hours earlier. And we put it up on Amazon. We launched the book together. She's watching that side. I'm watching this side. I had 10 categories for my book. So by 2 p.m., my book, both .ca and .com, I made 8 out of 10 bestseller on Amazon by 2 p.m. I was ecstatic.
Wow.
I was so ecstatic. Why? First of all, because English is my third language. Secondly, I type with what we call nursing fingers. I never learned how to type. Even now, I be like this. Yes. I use 3 fingers. I'm sorry. So, and I wrote most of my book using YouTube because I never learned how to write. I didn't know what a template was. I actually have a documentary. This gentleman interviewed me and put a documentary on on YouTube, how I wrote my book.
Nice.
3 fingers, because it was hard. So my book is a simple read because, like, being my third language, it's easy.
Well,
quick.
Simple. Health is wealth. Simple. Where's that? Where'd you put it?
The book?
Simple and healthier. Yes. Simple and healthier. Oh yeah, it's right there. Shockingly simple ways to stop autoimmune disease. Where can people, simple life, healthieryou.com. So is that where people can purchase the book, or can they purchase it in multiple places?
You can just go to Amazon, put Village Vibes. It comes right up. We have maintained our 5 stars until up to date. Then you go on my website, I have a link. You go to my Facebook, I have a link. But put Village Vibes. It's, yeah.
And I had to show off this mug. I was trying with the simple, healthier life, but this is the mug that Flossie gave me. It's a nice reminder every day on the table to drink a warm cup of Flossie's turmeric tea. And so there's another book, Choice, Commitment, and Consistency Journal, and 30 Days Habit Transformation. You wrote this also.
Yes, that's my most recent. That's my journal. That journal inspired me because earlier on I said the word consistency. I am a consistent person. I love consistency. It bothers me to start something and can't follow through. Okay. And I know consistency of whatever size of choices, however small, they compound into big things. So I realized that people start on my tea, people start on working out, people start on eating healthy, we start on a lot of other things in life. Tiny things, big things. And we're excited, but we don't follow through. We don't stay committed. So I came up with that because I call it the 3 C's, because you make a choice. You know, it's a choice to make a choice or a choice not to make a choice. Right. So when you make that little choice, and it don't have to be big, if you don't commit to it, I realize there's no point of wasting your time. Where's it going to take you? Because you just made the choice, but you're not committed to it. You do a little bit. Then so I figured you make that choice, follow through, stay committed, and then be consistent. That's like the big guns for me. Every day you do whatever that little thing you do, that's what creates a habit. And when it becomes a habit, it becomes your lifestyle. And your lifestyle becomes simple because you don't have to think, like getting up and doing your daily thing like you do every day. So you practice. So what I have this journal is, I have 4 months, 30 days each. I know some of them have 31. But you do one little thing and you pick that up. That choice, and every day you practice. Stay committed and you check. Because I'm a nurse and we say if it's not written, it's not done. You have to write it. Write it down, to make a check mark. Stay committed. Be consistent. Before 30 days is over and you continue and you're done, and then you do the next one. Then you have made yourself a simple, healthy lifestyle. And you don't have to think about it. So what I've turning this to be is to become a journal.
Okay.
I mean a workshop. So when it becomes a workshop, we can all work together and have fun together. And then we can, like I said, we can be accountable to each other. But this makes you to be accountable for yourself.
Okay. So is that a program that you have to start kind of in segments or as a session type of thing? Or
that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And that's what in my mind. I have it written down, but it's in my head, and that's what I want to put together.
Yeah.
It's going to be a free program.
Okay. Right. Wow.
Let's give it to the community. How about that?
Yeah. Well, we definitely should explore that and brainstorm, help you with that. And, the reason you have so much knowledge and information and testimony and success stories, and it is because you care for other people. You care in general. You took care of yourself first, and you are now reaching out to take care of others or help care for others, and you deserve all the success you've gotten so far and all the success to come. So I appreciate you and appreciate you coming into my life and opening up, to me and handing me that first bottle and say, here, try this out, And I knew I was going to like it. I was excited, but any last shout outs or anything you'd like to talk about or anything you want to share?
I want to leave you guys with the 3 C's because I know I talked about it, but the 3 C's is big. Anybody and everybody. Let's just make that choice. Let's just do it.
Yep. Let's
stay committed. It don't have to be anything crazy. And let's be consistent because that's how you're going to make a difference in anything, in business, in work. If you do that, let's be accountable to ourselves because let's not think about somebody will do it for us. The 3 C's, keep it simple, keep it stupid. Because it's true. You keep it simple. Yeah. It's doable. And then I want to encourage you to put your health first. Put your health number one. Prioritize you. Don't let us, the medical personnel, dictate how to take care of you. Be the CEO of your own body. Be the CEO of your health.
Yep.
That's important. You can come to me as a nurse or you can come to the medical personnel, but you know what's going on. That's another program we're coming with. It's called the 80-20. You give yourself 80%, do the work, and let us, the medical personnel, do the 20% and flip it. Because usually we do the 80% and you do 20%. So I want to encourage you to put your health first because let me tell you, it's like when you have the roof and your roof is a little thin and you probably should be working and patching that roof, right? But you say, I'm going to probably do it next week or next month or when I get my tax return or when I have time. And you're planning and you're planning and you should do it, but then you don't. And then what happens? You have a storm. Now what you have? Your roof is sunken. You have a mess maybe in your bedroom, in your living room, right? You have more money. You spend more money to fix it. You got all this mess. But if you just took care of it early and maintain it, you don't have to worry about all that. And you knew about it. So this is what I say. It's the same thing with the body. Don't wait till that inflammation hurts.
Yep.
Just do it. Drink your tea every day. Drink your water every day. Walk a little bit. You don't have to do a lot of workout. I don't go to no gym. I just walk on my backyard, jump my rope, do whatever. Little things. It don't have to cost you money. Make it a life simple. Simple life, healthy lifestyle. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. My friend says all the time, it's one thing a little bit, each day, do a little bit for one thing each day. And, I want to thank you so much, for being here. You're right. Accountability and, you're awesome. Thank you so much for being here. The first podcast, the first No Holds Barred with Jab podcast, and D South. I want to thank you guys also again, and thank Flossie for being here. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything here. Yes, I did want to ask another question. How long until someone might see results?
Oh, I thought you never asked. Tons of testimonials tell me how it works. I know my part and what it did for me. And actually, that question I answered with the testimonials because my family, Turmeric Tea family, I encourage them to give me testimonials. Why? We are all different. We have different ailments. We have different DNAs. Some people's chronic pain has been worse and more painful than others. So when they give me, I can tell you if it's going to work for you and how long it's going to work for you for that. So I'll give an example. If you have chronic pain for so long, I don't see no magic pill. Because you, like I said, you waited until that roof sunk, right? So you want to start on my tea and be consistent. It can take a week, it can take a month, but I've had it take a night. One night. I have 2 videos that it helped overnight. Okay, with knee pain. Actually, just last weekend at the event, this lady bought the tea on Saturday and Sunday. She came back and have that video. She said, "Oh my God, I bought this tea last night. I drank it hard, and now my knees are not crackling or hurting anymore. I need some more." So we said, "You better do a video right here." She came Sunday. I have another one, the same. I have had people that they go and they forget about it because they start feeling so good because they're not hurting, and then they go get their blood work and they say, "Oh my God, look at my blood work." Sometimes it might be a week. Sometimes it's a day. Sometimes it's a month. I've got another lady that she asked me if it helps with neuropathy. And I said, I don't know because I've never had neuropathy, but you can try it. I'm not going to lie to you because I don't know. So she went. And the next time she calls me, she said, "Do you put crack in your tea?" I said, "Why?" That's exactly what she said. Because it helped her with her neuropathy. I said, "Okay, now share that for the family." So she wrote a long testimonial so I can show the family.
Amazing.
So everybody's different. It depends what ailment it is. But the key again, just like people take medication, I always say it's not medication, but be consistent in what you do.
The other things
You will see results, but it's no magic overnight. You gotta stay on it.
Yeah, and hand in hand with other things too.
Yes, but it's also decreasing inflammation and boosting your immune system. Things you can't even see or feel.
Right.
Until when it's time.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Flossie's Turmeric Tea. Now, will you hold the video camera while we do a social? Or we're gonna try your tea together. This is Keenan's bottle here. You want to do a social sip, guys? You guys want to do a social sip?
Is the other one right here?
Okay.
I think that's Charles. It's matching his shirt. Love it. I wish I had more tea.
Yeah, social toast. You know, we're gonna on the show. We are going to try Flossie's Turmeric Tea. I mean, it wouldn't be right if we did it any other way. Together.
Love. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we can take care of that. Yeah. TTM is coming. It's Monday. We'll get you a fresh batch.
TTM.
A fresh batch on Monday.
Yeah. He's right off of right over there in Maryland Heights too.
Oh, I live in Maryland Heights. I live by Bennington Place. But my commercial kitchen is in O'Fallon, Missouri.
Here,
but I see him every Monday.
You good? You sure? Okay.
In O'Fallon, Missouri, where?
Veterans Memorial Parkway. I rent the kitchen. My goal is to get my own kitchen.
That was my hangout spot in O'Fallon.
Yeah.
What it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I don't mess around in the city.
I'm gonna save mine for a little. I gotta warm my mind up. You got us all in there in this camera. Are we all in this camera? Zeus. Looks like you cheated. They already had some. How you like it? Flossie's Turmeric Tea.
Here's to Flossie. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cute.
And before we wrap that up, I'm gonna ask you're gonna take a picture of on your phone of us for.
Absolutely. Oh yes.
So that will wrap up our segment with Flossie today and D South on the No Holds Barred with Jab podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here, and we will see you next time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't give a budge. I'll be that. Let me hop on the track. Been on track since way back. This is like a bat till of yellow and red. Hey, orange is the new black. I gotta work while most of y'all on your Pokemon Go. Here comes the purge at the hands of your phone. I'm just a spectator with a radio show.